Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is the video review of the Tempo Resolute 6.6 right-hand bait casting reel. I got this for fishing for largemouth bass as well as spotted bass, smallmouth bass, and it would even work good for a trolling reel for trout. So let's get on with the review. So I did get the right-handed one where I reel with the right hand. It's kind of odd. I think it's kind of common, but with a bait casting or conventional reel, I always cast right-handed, and then I switch to my left hand and reel with the right. However, with a spinning reel, I always cast with the right and reel with the left. And that seems to be a common denominator for a lot of fishermen. But back to this reel. So this has a nice carbon fiber frame and everything. It's very lightweight. It's 6.7 ounces total weight without the line on it. It has a nice star drag system with up to 20 pounds of drag with the 2 carbon fiber drag system. This is the button that you press to get free spool so you can cast. And the product name 6.6, or the Resolute R66, is for right hand, and then 6.6 is the 6.6 to 1 gear ratio, and that's for every 1 turn of the handle, the spool goes around 6.6 times, which, let me see if you can see, I did mark the spool with a magic marker right there. That little black line that goes across right there. So I'm going to try to demonstrate 1 full rotation, and we'll count it as it goes around. So 1 rotation of the handle, and it should end up back in about the same spot on the frame. So there's 1 rotation of the spool, 2 rotations of the spool, 3, 4, 5, 6, and right about there is where I started, and that was 7. So 6.6 is, I would say that's accurate. So again, for 1 rotation of this handle, the spool goes around 6.6 times. So that's a pretty fast retrieval rate. So casting like buzz baits and spinner baits where you want to start working them on the surface without having them sink down, you could cast out and start cranking, and it's pulling in the slack line and getting the propeller on the buzz bait spinning and keep it up top without, if it was real slow retrieval rate, then it might be 3 feet before you start getting it back up on top of the water and working its action. So the overall quality seems to be pretty good. This is a very solid, I guess, shoe for the reel seat to hold on to it. Has a magnetic braking system for longer casting. You can adjust it how you want it, and it also helps prevent backlash. I don't think there's a reel that is 100% backlash proof. I wish there was, because backlashes are no fun. But it does have some nice aerospace grade 7075 aluminum main shaft and gears inside. Low profile, and it is level wind, of course. It's going to be hard to see, I think, a little bit. Maybe with that background. You could see that thing go back and forth right here. And that lays the line onto the spool evenly. As you can see, it doesn't pause on the sides where it would wind up laying too much line on that one side and bind up the spool. I did already have this spooled with line, but it wasn't the right line that I wanted, so I wound up taking it off. So I apologize for not having a review with a reel that had line on the spool. But I decided I wanted to put better line on it. But so since the spool is aluminum and has little holes in it, it's much easier to tie on braided line without having to put some other type of line as a as a cushion, because braided line sometimes will spin on the spool if you just tie a knot, because it doesn't stick very well because it's very slick and everything, and small diameter. But the star drag system works very well, loosening the drag here, and you could hold it easily with your thumb. And of course, if you crank down, it's going to add more force to the spool right there, up to, like I said, 20 pounds of drag force. And I really don't want to try to hold it still, because it'd probably chew my finger up. But anyway, overall, very nice reel. Happy with it. It's low profile. It's light at 6.7 ounces. In fact, my scale said it was 6.55, but 6.55 or 6.7 ounces. It's lightweight. Has a big, nice gear system right here for the fast retrieval rate and for the nice power for pulling the lunkers out of the deep, getting them out of the cattails and brush and stuff like that. Nice handles. There's really no wiggle in it. Seems like it's overall a nice quality build, and I can't wait to get it on the water. All right, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and goodbye.